you are fucking. You're good with the movement. I'll give you that.
First long.
The photos make you get set down there. I got too much bells and way too much clientele. And here with straight demons, don't get crossed by the net. It's a straight codeine, probably don't know none else. I been Rick on jeans and my diamonds girl like stuff. I need what I need you to kill yourself. I said you so speed, I got real good shit in you. You bitch mad at me, cause I keep spending on myself. Clean up your whole team and somebody get my bill. Your man mad at me, cause I get way too much milk. Mama love me, cause her son can never fail. I be running, cause he no lack in the field. Those who made me bills, automatic. Tell me how that feel. Touchdown in the creek, let's spin through the ville.
More changes to the build. The reasoning being, the more I play Holiday, there's a lot of ups and downs I face. Sometimes I go fucking 5 and, I don't know, 15 in some games. And in some games I'll do really well, like 20 and 5 or something like that. My point is I'm learning what doesn't work on Holiday and what does. For the most part, Holiday's build and her skill set has mainly remained the same. I just think that the way you have to play her in certain lobbies and just in certain situations changes all the time. So to like accommodate that, I still changed the build. Now the main things I made to the build was playing into her gun more. It's really good too because it doesn't really take away the spirit damage. You're still gonna get a lot of spirit damage or a good amount, and it doesn't take away from the stun, which is a big utility for your team. Um, but this build in general, or Holiday now, you just have to play together with your team, and when you do, it's really good because if you can get her stun off, which is 1.25 seconds, you'll get a lot of damage off of everyone team shoots them, and the lasso is really good too because you can just call it to your team, hey, this person's here, shoot the fuck out of them, and it works a lot. So you do just have to play pretty aggressive, but you have to play aggressively with your team as opposed to before when you could just mainly go in by yourself, initiate the fight, and then get a pick or two. I feel like those days might be over for Holiday, but still great, still viable in my opinion. So things I made to the build, or the changes I made to the build, I added Berserker, I added Spiritual Overflow, and I added Frenzy. Now, this build is definitely expensive still, but you might be choked for flex slot sometimes, so I want to go over what to do in those situations. So, typically around this, 9k souls, should have your first flex slot. If you don't, you can pick up Lifesteal first, and then sell this, and then you're at 10k. Once again, if you still don't have a flex slot for any reason, you can pick up a Berserker, and then pray to God you have it now, but if not, get Rapid Recharge. But here you go. Here's your first flex slot. Done. And then get Rapid Recharge. For Alkfire, you're going to want to sell Headshot Booster. So you can still have, room for a second flex slot. Get Superior Stamina. Now, this is something I've kind of been fucking with, or just like also having a hard time with. You're probably going to be on your second flex slot for a minute. So, especially if you're not rolling or whatever, you kind of have to make a choice. Either Spiritual Overflow or Warpstone. Now, I've been going with Warpstone mainly because I will just get Frenzy, and that will kind of be my Spiritual Overflow. But it's up to you. You could go Spiritual Overflow if you think you don't really need Warpstone in that moment. You're gonna have these two upgrades right here that aren't gonna take a slot, so you can get these passively the whole time. But for sure, it's kind of like a thing where you just have to make your own decision at this point. Either, Spirit and Fire Rate, just Fire Rate and damage, or movement with Warpstone. Just make sure also to pick these up as well, because these are gonna be really good buffs to you. Your damage. I recommend Burst. Probably picking up Burst first, so you can get that chunk of damage removed from their health, as opposed to just trying to build Spirit, especially if that Spirit armor or whatever. It might be difficult to do that. Another thing is too, sometimes you might not even be able to pick up something because you might need to pick up a Spirit or like a resist. Um, I've been picking up Spirit armor a lot because of these like shivs and stuff like that. Usually, I don't know. I haven't really run into a time with when I've bought Spirit armor that the games were going really bad and I was choked for slots. So we'll find out when I play. But for now, Spirit armor, and then not really selling anything. Just kind of go this route till I get, you know, um, another flex slot, get improved spirit armor, keep building myself up, and then when I do get that flex slot, either choose one of these once again, and then yeah. I put frenzy here. I gotta take these out the build. I'm not gonna lie, because you're not gonna be able to fit these in. But I put frenzy here because you're gonna be in the heat of the battle like 24/7, and it's good to have that. It's good to have the ammo first of all, but it's also just good to have the bullet resist and the fire rate. It's really good, and it's really good obviously for the weapon damage as well. Because if you are able to get spiritual overflow and frenzy in the same game, you will be set. And that's a really, obviously there's a lot of souls, but that was a bad thing about Holiday is her, like her fall off, like the drop off range of her when she gets a lot of souls. But I think this really does fix it. Say you are in a fight or whatever,
I'm gonna take them apart.
you're gonna do a lot of damage, even just to like the body. Even you worry about hitting headshots, because look at that, 100 to the body is pretty good when you're in a fight. Oh, those are all the adjustments in the build. Obviously open to critiques and whatever. Let me know what you guys think on the build. I will always respond to you. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. The build ID is 204469.
Ready to move.
Hello, Shift.
Not dead.
Still.
Go big or go home.
Nope.
I'm tethered.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
I'm gonna take them apart.
I'm with you. I gotta help this guy.
Gotta move that spot. Alright, thank you.
Try back hook.
You still get it even if it's not 2-3?
Yeah, this just gives you 600 more souls.
How much is it base?
I'm not sure.
I got something for ya.
Wow.
I think it's like 300?
50 is 250.
Check it.
Go big or go home.
Nice, dude.
Where's the other bitch gone?
Made an example
Oh,
of
blue.
another one.
Shift blue.
Setting up a bounce pad.
I'm confident.
Got him
Yes!
hooked up.
Kill him.
I didn't have a stamina. I couldn't back up and use my 2. Monk was one shot though. It was really good fight. Sad I couldn't follow up.
I'll take him down.
Wow. Wow. Revenant did the suck.
The others.
Who is this guy?
Now it's 0 health. I don't know.
Open the bullshit, man. I don't care.
Yeah, what's your reason to fight that?
A lot more snipers here than back in Macomb.
I put down.
Bro, yeah, dude. Yeah. Same.
Sidestep it,
What is up with
motherfucker.
that?
Probably
Can't be
should talk
swimming
to
in it,
local
bro.
Yeah.
authorities about
You
that.
guys just say if you want housing and what meal plan you want.
I just got comboed. Just got comboed.
Alright, here comes the 3v1 shift fight.
Start running, pal. Ready to get some airtime. You mess with the law's gonna mess with